Hey everybody, it's Carrie. Welcome to another Thinner Thursday. I have a fun card for you guys today. So, I hope that some of you are popping on. For those of you, this is a brand new thing for me, Thinner Thursday. This is me talking to you about my Weight Watchers and my healthy goals. So, before I get to that, I'm going to be doing a drawing. This is a very, very popular paper pumpkin. And I have a few pieces left, and I have the stamp set. So I'm going to show you what I have left. I have all the directions. I have a couple of the card bases, and if you've watched me do this, you know I cut these apart. So in my head, these are 4 card fronts. There's 4 here, but it looks like 2 cards, okay? I don't have any more of the gorgeous envelopes. I have another one that was a card front that, of course, is only half, so now another background. I have, I think there's 6 of these. This was a special bonus in this kit. Hi, Pam. Yeah, it was. I agree. It was totally the best paper pumpkin. And there's rumors that they're going to make a kit, you know, the kits that are online that are going to be similar. I'm not holding my breath because I want it too bad. So we'll see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of these gold honeycomb add-ons. Okay, so there's 6 of those. These are just some pop-out pieces that were the dies. I've got a couple of them here. I have a bunch of the bees left. Here's a flower that popped out, some labels, a little vellum of that little honeycomb is left, another piece of this, and some of the little bling. And, you know, I save everything, so I saved that too, because, you know me. And then the awesome stamp set. I know mine is well loved. Oh, look, there's 2 of those, so that's cool. There's 2 of those honeycombs. Now, this was my mat. If you're wondering why is that there, remember, this is the one where you can stamp it twice, but I also did, like, stamp behind, you know, so I matted one off. This is stuck on there pretty good, but you get the idea. So the sunflower stamp is back here. The center of the sunflower, the bee, another bee, some foliage, and then hello for a one-of-a-kind friend. I can't read that. Hang on. Wishing you so much happiness, and then a thank you. So all of this is still left from this amazing kit. Amazing. And I know it's not the whole kit, but it is still an awesome favorite kit. So who am I giving this away to? Well, those of you who have been following Party Week know that I have gifts for everybody who placed a $50 order and $100 orders and above, of course. So I thought, well, I'm going to give them another goodie. So somebody in those orders is going to win this pack. So this was just from last week. Some of you are in here more than once. Lori Smith. Congratulations, Lori Smith. You have won an extra goodie for placing an order with me during Party Week. So I'm going to put this in here so I don't forget. So thank you, everybody who placed orders. I'm going to be mailing all the prize gifts and all of those things. I'm going to be mailing them next week. Frankly, this week wore me out. So it always does, but I love Party Week. So, hey, you know, that's how it goes. Okay, so I do have a thinner project. You're right. I did the same thing too, Pam, with that kit. I made one the way it said, and the rest I ripped apart. I ripped apart the envelopes and everything. It's just, oh, that was the most amazing kit ever. I don't know that they can top it, honestly. I just don't know. That was, like, amazing. Okay, so I do have a Thinner Thursday card for you guys today, but I do want to talk to you guys about my journey this week for my healthy living and my Weight Watchers experience. So this week was really, it was my first official week of watching my points, etc. I would not say I was really good. I actually had a day where my stress level, just a lot of stuff was going on, and my stress level was so high that I ate too much junk, and I knew I was, and I was sort of eating it out of frustration, and I kept telling myself, this is not the way to handle these emotions. This is not the way. But you know, sometimes you just gotta, especially your first week of trying to eat healthy. So I was a little worried when I got on the scale today, but I did lose weight. Yay! I lost weight. Give me some hearts and loves. Come on, you guys. I'm so excited about that. I lost 3.6 pounds. 3.6. I'm so excited about that. Very happy. You know, your first week is always something, but yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So very, very cool. The other thing they did was they gave us, I've been thinking about when I'm really hungry and I want some protein, but I don't want to eat another chicken breast. Thank you very much. You know, you can only do so much. So today at the meeting, I still have a little bit of it left, so it's in the Ziploc bag. They gave us, these are a new thing from Weight Watchers, and I'm not telling you to go shop Weight Watchers. I'm not. If you want to join Weight Watchers, when I load this, I am going to put in the description at the top, like right now it just says Thinner Thursday. I'll put in there how you can join Weight Watchers with me, which if you decide to join, I would love it if you would use my referral link. That would be so awesome. But anyway, this is Fudge Nut Brownie. They also had one that was another topping. I'm trying to think of what it was. It might have said toffee, except I like toffee, and I didn't care for it as much. It was still good. But this is, both of them, 20 grams of protein, you guys. 20 grams. And I'll show you, this is kind of tacky because I've been eating on it, but it's a good brownie. And it doesn't have that, I'm a diet brownie flavor. It tastes like a good, decent brownie. A homemade brownie? Maybe not. No. But it tastes like a good, it's a good, decent brownie. And 20 grams of protein, I'm excited about that because that will help me when I want to eat, but I don't want to eat, if that makes sense. Okay, so there's my Weight Watchers thing. So now on to my next challenge. Oh, you guys know, I said it last week, and I think I've said it in the past, that these Slimline cards, or I'm going to call them thin cards because it is Thinner Thursday, right? They are a challenge for me. I like doing A2 cards, which are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But I do have one, and I will continue to have one. And this time I'm going to be using products from this awesome, sweet Rain or Shine. Hi, Crystal. So I'm going to be using this, and I'm sort of doing this card, but not. It's not quite the same. But it's what sparked my ideas. And remember, somebody asked me, and I did it in one of the videos, where do I get ideas? And I said a lot of times it's the catalogs. So this is what sparked my idea. I like this card, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to be using the stamp set, the dies, and some of the designer series paper. And this is in your mini catalog on pages 50, 51, and that's it, 50 and 51. It's a whole suite. I am doing a card club in this. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. It's going to be a fun card club. I've already got the cards designed. So, okay, so there we go. The Rain or Shine suite. All right. So, like I said, I'm going to be using some of the dies. I'm going to be using some of the stamps, which I've already pulled out. I'm also going to be using the Cloud Punch. This is in the annual catalog. It's $18, I believe. It's number 157749, and it's simply called Cloud Punch. Hard to figure, right? So I'm going to be using that. Although there are cloud dies. They were smaller than I wanted. So I'm using the Cloud Punch, because why not? It goes, right? And I will show you, I made a card already, but I'm going to make this one a little bit different. So what I have done is, I'm going to show you the, I'm going to be using some of this designer series paper. I'm going to be using these two sheets. This is not in the suite. This is from Regency Park. It's 6x6 paper, and it's the one that's all the like tons of flowers on one side, and then other looks on the back. Okay, so there we go. All right, so that's where that's coming from, and I'm going to set that over there. And then this is the paper that is in this suite. This paper is so awesome. I just keep thinking for scrapbookers, this sheet alone is just so pretty for your summer layouts. I think it's really pretty. So I'm going to pull out, I know I've showed you guys before, but this is the sheet we're going to be working with. And then on the back is this really great plaid. And here's one. Here's the pink. Remember I did that card yesterday? Was it yesterday? What did I do with it? This card. And I said I don't have that pink. How did I miss this? I know I looked, so I did. So funny. Oh well. And then this one has the raindrops, and you can see it's got shiny. All of them, all the pages have something shiny. On this one it's the clouds. On this one it's the animals, I think, have it. And then these animals, by the way, can be cut out with the dies, just as a reminder. And then there's the back, multicolored raindrops. Here are some more raindrops. They also have some shimmer. And then little flowery things. And then these stinking cute umbrellas. How cute are these? So cute. The die will cut out these little closed up envelopes. And then the back are these beautiful flowers. So that is that. So now what have I done? I am going to be using my mini cut and emboss machine, which, as a reminder, you can get as part of your kit if you decide you want to join me in Stampin' Up. Whether you want to do it as a business or as a hobby, it is an option, and all the details are in the back of your celebration catalog, or you can just ask me. So I have cut a piece of cardstock, and it is cut, I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, 8 1/4 by 7 1/2. Is it 8 1/4? I think it's 8 1/2. Hang on. I think it's 8 1/2. It is. That's what I thought. That's wrong. It's 8 1/2 by 7 1/2. Okay, so like you've got your full sheet of cardstock right this way, where normally we would cut it at 5 1/2, cut it at 7 1/2. Okay, and then I need my eraser because I wrote in pencil, and I want to make it all go away, even though I'm going to be covering it. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to want to do with this piece is I'm going to score it. So I'm going to get out my paper trimmer, and this is 7 1/2, right? So I want to score it at 3 3/4. So move my cutting blade out, and oh, look what I just did. I just really chopped it up. Dang it! I don't know what I did there. And I'm going to score it back and forth and see if I can fix that boo-boo. I don't know. That was not cool. Let me see what I can do with this where I marred it up a little bit. By the way, you guys, on Saturday, you're going to see my nails grow. I get comments on my nails all the time, and what happened was I trimmed them down because they had grown out. I'm just telling you this so you don't wonder. They had grown out, and I trimmed them down. They were all this size when I trimmed them down. And now they are busting like crazy, and you guys know I have the problem with this nail. This has like 3 layers of Color Street nail layery thingies on it, and it's still, I mean, that's what's holding this little corner of my nail, and it's way down where it hurts. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get dips put back on. I just have really bad nails. They break really, really easy. Okay, so this is my card front, or my card base. So again, I'm folding it in half, and this was the side I scored on. That is the outside. So I'm going to score in towards that valley, or fold in towards that valley. Oops. Can't let you guys miss how to shop, right? That's kind of important. And there we go. So there is my card base. I have a little piece for the inside of the card. This is for the inside. And it is, because now this is 3 3/4 by 8 1/2, right? So the basic white is 3 1/2 by 8 1/4. And then I have some scrap pieces here. This is the piece of the Designer Series paper, and I didn't trim it all the way because I want to show you guys what I'm doing. So this piece is going on the inside. I want to trim this down. Right now it is 3 1/2 by 12, right? I don't want all of this part on there, but I also don't want all of this part on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper trimmer, and I know I want it to be 8 1/4, right? So I'm going to look at where is 8 1/4, which is right here, or at the 21 number, and I'm going to figure out where do I want this to end. And I'm going to look at my sample card. I want less grass, I think. Maybe I'll do this one with a little bit more grass. We'll see here. So I'm going to trim off. I don't want to lose these embossed, shiny clouds. So I'm looking to see where I am. There's 8 1/4. All right. We can go ahead and do it like that. The other one is lower, I think. I'm looking. Okay. I'm going to be brave, you guys. And I'm not doing it exactly like the other card I'm going to show you. But look at what's on the back of this. How cute is that? You don't want to lose that. So now I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to go to 8 1/4 and see if I'm still happy. So that's going to take it to there. I'm still happy. So we're going to cut it. So now I have this, which would be adorable on a card piece, right? So cute. So I'm not going to lose that, of course. So, and then I'm going to trim these a little bit too, these pieces, but I'll probably do them with my snips because I want them to fit into my mini cut and emboss machine, which I need to grab, have it handy. Here we go. Always close by. All right, so I've got that ready for me. All right, so this is going to be on the card front. Thanks, Linda. I think you mean loving. But if you're living Thin Thursdays, that's cool too. I know this stamp set is so cute, Pam. So cute. Thanks for sharing, Crystal. Okay, so for the inside, I'm going to start with the inside of my card. And of course I need my foam mat, and I need a piece of scrap. And I think I've told you guys this a million times. This is what I almost always stamp on. I've got the big ones, and I use those for classes, and occasionally on my desk, but they're huge, right? This is generally the amount of space I give myself to stamp anyway, because I've got stuff everywhere. And these are number 149621, $6.50 for 50, I believe. And they are actually the stamp, they're for your Stamparatus. And you know I love my Stamparatus. So, I'm going to have that in the background. And then I forgot to get a block for this one, so hold on. Here we go. I did not clean my blocks, so if my blocks look a little messy, I apologize. I've just been a little nutty. So I have to be careful opening these because my fingernail is so not good. So I am taking out this little flower one, and I am going to grab it. I didn't grab any of my blends or inks. Jeez, you guys, what's wrong with me here? So hang on. Let me grab stuff. Make sure I'm grabbing the blends in both shades of Mango Melody, and I am grabbing Old Olive in both shades, and I am grabbing the dark Basic Black. All right, I just want to make sure I have all of those. And then I have my Memento ink pad. So for the inside of the card, I want to just stamp some of these flowers. I could like stick this on there. I could stick that on there, and it would be very cute. But I'm going to stamp. So I'm going to start by stamping near the bottom so that my my flowers aren't floating too much. And notice I started right in the center, because now I can adjust my flowers so that they kind of fit, and now it's kind of centered. Does that make sense to you guys? So I've got that. So I'm going to set this aside for a minute while I stamp two more things in the Memento. I'm going to stamp Oh Happy Day that way. And then I'm going to stamp, look how cute this turtle is. He's so stinking cute. Now I want to stamp him, but I don't want the flower. So I am going to grab some, I'm going to grab some Scotch tape, or cello tape if you don't want to say the brand name, but it's too late now because I already did. And I'm going to very carefully put it over the flower, but lose his hand. I'm not worried about the little bottom part. So, let me see. Maybe if I zoom, you'll get a clearer. Okay, so you can see how I'm avoiding his hand, and I'm just covering the flower, and I don't want to get his face. And I think I have it right. All right, let me come back down. If it will let me. Come on, phone. There we go. All right, so now I have this, and I can ink up my little turtle. I want to ink him really good. Then just pull off the tape, right? You guys know this trick. This is not big news to you guys. And I am going to put him on this part here. So there we go. Looks like I need to re-ink my Memento. It's kind of light. I don't mind, but it is getting kind of light. It's probably time to re-ink it. All right, so get that out of my way before I make a big mess. So now I've done all the stamping that I'm going to do. I'm done stamping. So now I am going to color my flowers and my little turtle in with my blends. And I'm going to start with the light for the little flowers here. And I'm using the pointy end this time because I don't want the flowers to overflow. I'm leaving the white centers. I don't remember what I did on my other card. I don't remember what I put in the middle on those, but I'll come up with something. So, I know this is so much fun for you guys to watch me color, isn't it? Oh, it's so fun. It's like watching paint dry. But, I didn't do them in advance. Sorry. So, you guys know how this works. When you're doing it at home, and you're not doing a video and trying to talk to people, it's actually very relaxing. You can just sit and listen to a podcast or your favorite show or some, fun music, and just let yourself enjoy the process of coloring. Kind of brings us back. And have you ever noticed if you color with little kids, if an adult gets down with a coloring book with little kids, not every single time, I'm not going to be ridiculous like that, but a lot of the time, the kids are done. They're done coloring. And the adults are still going, do you have this color in your 8,000 pack of Crayolas? Right? I mean, how many of you guys have done that? Hi, Jen. So how are you guys doing? What is the weather like? They were saying here in my area of Michigan that for January, we are so far behind on the snow. And I will tell you, on my personal page, my memories that pop up are like for weeks have been pictures of huge snow mounds and my husband out there either shoveling or snow blowing, and we've had almost nothing. They said we had like 5.5 or 5 3/4 inches so far in the month of January, and that is like, I think it was like 3/4 of what we normally have this time. Plus, if you take that amount that we've had and you deduct the big snow, if you want to call it big snow, it really wasn't that big of a deal because it was blowing so much. Really, we only have like 3/4 of an inch for every other day for snow. Crazy. So anyway, that I just found that really interesting. So now I'm gonna grab the old olive, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the leaves. And I was thinking about putting green dots in the center of the flowers, but I think I'm just gonna leave them white. I think I will. So these are really, when you're using the tip, these are actually really easy to color. You're just kind of making a line because they're very thin. So, so there you go. Cute, right? For the inside of your card, just so cute. So I will go ahead and glue that to the inside of my card. Oh, this was cut. See, I wrote it down. 3.5 by 8 1/4. So that, I think I said that, but that is going to go on the inside of my thinner Thursday skinny card. So I'm going to slide this in here. There we go. And this is the Mango Melody cardstock too, by the way. And I picked that color because it's the color that matches the designer series paper. It is what is in the flowers. It's Mango Melody. Oh, look, they used like a ruby, but some of them have yellow. So maybe I will grab like I'm just gonna try a light cherry cobbler in the middle of my flowers, because what if I hate it and it's already glued down? What if I hate it, you guys? We're just going to try it and see what happens. Oh, I like it. Yep. That gives it some fun detail. What do you guys think? Do you like the little red dot? This is, oh, look, I accidentally put a dot there. That's all right. Little cherry cobbler dots in the center of my flowers. I like them. Do you guys like them? If you do, please give me some, hearts. I like that. Yeah, I'm really tired of the gloomy weather in Michigan, Jane. It's just, oh, kind of gets to you after a while. All right, so now you guys remember I've cut this piece. So this piece is going to go onto the front of the card. I need to fold this more. You know, I have this thing about my cards not laying flat. It makes me crazy. And this one is folded in a different way than normal, so the fibers don't want to fold. It will after a while, like after, you know, especially after it's been nailed, it'll lay flat, but for now it's being stinky. So again, I'm not adding any ribbon or anything to this. So I'm going to go ahead and put this pretty piece onto the front of the card. It kind of like makes itself because it has flowers, it has sky, it has clouds. Such a pretty paper. Okay, so I'm going to slide this and center that on the front of the card. There we go. So far, so good, right? I'm going to move this because I am done stamping. Oh, but I'm not done coloring. I need to color my turtle, right? I can't leave my turtle naked. Oh, and I was going to do a light balmy blue. Okay, so I am going to start with the light Mango Melody again, and I'm going to color in the little squares on my turtle. And I got this design from the Designer Series paper. This was the way they colored their turtles. So why overthink it? Why? There's no reason. And now see, I'm looking at that and I'm like, that is pretty light. I'm also gonna color his little turtle body, almost like he's wearing a sweater. And I'm still thinking, wow, that's a really light yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the dark Mango Melody, and I'm going to add a little bit of shading in here around the edges, just to give it a little bit more life. And back here where it fades into his neck, around the turtle shell where there would definitely be a shadow, and of course under his arm here where it's showing some edging. And I don't know how well you guys are seeing that, but I'm also going to do it here a little bit on the shell. Just give the shell a little bit of dimension. So just play with your blends. And you know what? If I really mess this up, it's not that big of a deal, right? It's just some basic white cardstock. So, you know, I could very easily stamp another turtle and go from there. Now he needs to be green. He's a turtle. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm using the brush end this time because I have more space to fill in. So I'm going to go ahead and color in his turtle shell and his hands and his feet and his So I'm going to be a little careful because I'm not going to color in his eyes. So I want to kind of be a little careful there. And right there. And his little hand. And if you can see, there's still a string hanging from his hand. That will come in later. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. So here's his little body. So stinking cute, this little guy. And you guys know I always say I'm not really into cutesy stamps, but I have been lately. It's kind of weird, right? It's a little weird. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add him a little shadow where he's got some possibilities of, you know, things getting a little darker. Wow, this is coming really dark. This is darker than I wanted it to be. So I may have to blend him out a little bit because he's just getting a little too dark for me. He's like he's got moss growing off of him or something. We can't have a mossy turtle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the light and I'm going to try to blend that a little bit and see what happens. See how it kind of helps blend it out a little bit, and then it'll lighten up as it goes. I hope, I think. But anyway, you guys get the idea. Just a little bit of extra color on our little guy to give him some dimension. And then I'm going to take the light balmy blue and all around the edges of my little guy before I cut him out, I am going to do balmy blue. And the reason I'm doing that is he's going to end up on here, and I don't want the white edge this time. I don't. Sometimes it's okay. I don't want it for my little guy. So I'm being careful when I'm close to his body, but I'm not like when I get past it, I'm not that worried about it. And you can do this after you die cut. It's just a whole lot easier to do before you die cut. So it just kind of gives him a little bit of an edge rather than the white. So if you're going to do this on one of your dies, pay attention to what you're going to put it on and choose a light version of the appropriate color like I am here. Now he's also going to be down here in the green too. So I could have put a lighter shade of green down here, but I'm not going to be that picky. So we're going to start cutting a few things out. So I will be cutting things out of this designer series paper. These 2 pieces, I'm going to be cutting out my little turtle. I'm going to punch out my Oh Happy Day with the cloud, like so. And then you can decide if you want to edge this a little bit, you can. I'm going to take my blender pen and give it a slight edge. Now this is going to act a little differently than when you use your marker. It might bleed a little bit. So use caution and go slow and add just a little bit at a time. So if you decide you want more, then you can always go back and add it. And again, it's just paper. If you don't like the way it looks, it's just paper. It's not rocket science. It's not brain surgery. So there we go. It's just got a slight blue shadow to it. So here's what I need from the dies. These dies are so awesome. This piece right here, this magnet, this is from, what's the name of it? It doesn't say. That's so weird. They should have their name on the back. It's from a company that sells a bunch of cool stuff. So here's my little turtle guy, okay? And I want the kite, and I want the little kite tails. And that is it. That's all I want from there. So I am going to tear him off for now. Let me move these out of my way because I'm done with those. I move that. And I'm going to be using my mini cut and emboss machine, which is so awesome. Don't forget, if you decide that you want to take advantage of the celebration special for joining, you're going to get the extra $50. So you get $175 worth of product for $99. But if you step it up to $129, you can get the $175 plus the mini cut and emboss in either white or the Baja Blue, which is going to be a new color that's coming out. It's going to be one of the new in colors. So go to my website, MemoryINKers.com. You can sign up there. If you have any questions, give me a call. Remember, during celebration, if I have 5 people who join my group, I will be giving away a Stamparatus. If you already have a Stamparatus and you win and you don't have anyone to give a Stamparatus to, talk to me. We'll figure something out because I want you to be happy. All right, so I'm going to use some of my what is it, Post-it note stuff, but I want you to see this. There's supposed to be a flower there, right? Remember, I took the flower out, so that's why this looks a little funny. That looks a little weird. So I'm going to have to hand cut that after I cut it out. So I just want you guys to be aware of that's about to happen. So I'm trying to get this on there in a semi-perfect fashion. Y'all know how I feel about perfection. Then I want, let me grab my snips. I want just a little bit for these bows, and I'm gonna play with it because I know I want the flowers to go a certain way. I want certain flowers. I want to be able to see the flowers. And this is just being ridiculously picky. I know I'm being ridiculous here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I like that. So I'm going to trim this down. I'm going to get that to where I want it. I know you guys probably can't see this, but right now I can see it, and that's kind of important since I'm the one cutting. And I'm going to stick that on there. Move my little turtle over. Put that there. Then I want the kite tail. And the kite I'm going to cut out of this paper, but it's too big to go through, so I'm going to trim it down. And you're going to see I'm giving myself some extra pieces of it because I'm going to cut another little bit of the kite in just a minute. So I'm putting the kite on here. Maybe, if it lets me. There we go. And I'm going to play a little bit. I didn't actually measure it. I'm going to play so that I get that flower right in the center of the kite. All right? I'm not worried about the rest, but I just want that that pretty pink flower in the middle of the kite. So there we go. There's a method to my madness, you guys. You just need to trust me. All right, so now I'm going to run it through and hope nothing shifted. Okay. So I have my turtle. I have my bows. Oops. A couple of them were popping off. And then I have a kite. I want a longer tail for my kite. So I am going to go like that. I don't care about this kite piece. I don't care. I just want the tail. So I'm going to run that through again. So I get another part of the kite tail. And the reason is because I'm doing a long card, right? I'm doing a thinner card. So I need it to be, I need that kite to fly a little higher. Okay. All right. So now I have the extra kite tail. All right. I'm going to move the awesome mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine out of the way. And I think I told you guys this, but you know you can save these little pieces for a little while. I mean, they don't last forever, but if you have them, I save them. So I think I told you guys yesterday I lost a, when I did that ice cream cone thing, I lost a little tiny die, and it was little. I still haven't found it. I have no idea where it is. It makes me crazy. So I'm going to have to, like, I already dumped out my trash to see if it was in there. It was not. So, okay, there's my things. There's my extra kite. There's my kite. There's my guy. All right, so now I can move. Oh, and there's that. So I can move all of this other stuff and get it out of my way for now. Okay. So, here we go. I want, oops, I do need this. I want my kite to stand out, and I don't think it stands out all that great like that. So, I am going to take the black Blends marker, and on the two tails that I cut, I am going to blacken out the tail, just running my marker over it. So now I have two black tails. And then I'm going to just edge the kite a little bit more than I edged the sentiment, the Oh Happy Day sentiment. So I want the kite to kind of stand out a little bit. And there is a, just so you guys know, I did not use it on either card, but there is this piece, this die right here, which looks really funky weird. It is made so that if you want to make your kite two-toned, you would cut it out and get that two-tone look. Okay? So I just wanted you to be aware that that's in there. Okay, so now I've got these two pieces, and I want to glue them together, but they're not going to want to glue together really well. And where is my silicone mat? So let me move this and grab my silicone mat, and I'm going to put on the back of my kite. This would be a cute kite too, though, right? I mean, the blue would be pretty, but it's not what I'm doing today. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the tail of this kite here so that I can attach it here. But I did that too soon. But it's going to be a little crooked because this is where it's going to attach to our little guy's hand. And so it's going to look like it's kind of pulling from his hand. Does that make sense? So there's like that. And I hope I've got that right. I'm trying to see. Yeah, I think I do. I think I do. Okay. So, so I've got that. Now I'm going to want to trim off of those extra pieces, right? This little And it's a little hard for me to see, so it's probably impossible for you guys to see it. So I might color that in, that little dot, because I'm never going to get that off of there. All right. I'm going to take my marker and get that little white spot right there that's bugging me. There we go. Okay. So then I want to put on my kite tails. All right. So they are going to go on this part. I know it's hard for you to see on here. They're going to go on this part of my kite. So I'm going to start with the center one. And it's up a little higher than you might think, because remember, his hand is going to be there. So I'm going to grab this one because it's got the red, and the other two both have yellow and blue. So I've got him there. Then I'm going to put another one here. And it doesn't cut out the flowers perfect, just so you know. You can probably play with it and cut it more than once. Like this one does not, the flowers are kind of off of it a little bit. But you can play with it if you want to. I'm not that, like, nuts. I'm pretty crazy, but I'm not quite that nuts. And then I'm going to put this one right here, because again, his hand, I don't want it too close. So I'm putting that on there. So if you do not have a silicone mat, they are in our catalog. Hi, Kathy. They are awesome for when you're piecing things together like this. It's really awesome. Also, I don't know how well you guys can see this, but because the flowers are coming off, but this one is yellow and blue. Blue is over here with the red, and then blue is over here with the yellow. I did that on purpose to kind of make it go back and forth. All right, so now remember, I have to trim my little turtle guy because he's not holding the flower. So I'm going to trim him pretty close to his hand right there. And then I'm not going to worry so much about his body because I did the blue, remember, around the edges. And you know the trick. I know most of you do know the trick about moving your scissors and not moving, or moving the paper and not moving your scissors. I also want to trim off this piece right here. I'm going to start back a little bit and go up to his little hand and move some of that away. And then I'll trim a little bit around his fingers. There we go. So now I've got my little turtle guy up there. So he's going to go on here and he's going to be holding the kite. And then we're going to have the Oh Happy Day. See, on my other card, you're going to see, because it was cut from a different spot, it didn't cover up any of these clouds. So I might scoot him. I want to see where that can go, where it won't. I'll just do it right there. Okay, so this is where you have to decide. Do you want them flat? Do you want them popped up? So what I did was I popped up the Oh Happy Day because it just seems appropriate. And so now, see, Oh Happy Day, that can be, this could be for so many things, right? It's great, of course, for a kid's card, for a birthday or, you know, a kindergarten graduation party. I think those are fun. I know people have them. They didn't have them when my kids were little. That was not a thing. At least not to my knowledge. I didn't know anything about it. So I don't know. Maybe my kids just missed out on something everybody else was doing, but I didn't know anything about it. So I got the Oh Happy Day. Now I want to pop up my turtle too, I think. So I have him laying there. So I'm going to pop him up a little bit also. So I'm using the regular size Stampin' Dimensionals. And that's cool. And then, okay, so we know he's going to go about right there because he's going to hold the kite, right? So he's going to go right about there. I don't want him standing on a flower though. So we're going to move him over so he's not standing right on top of a flower. You don't have to be that picky. Now I am going to put a dimensional on the back of the kite. So the kite is popped up. But I don't want the tail to be loosey-goosey. So I'm going to put a little bit on this bottom section here. If you can, I know it's hard for you guys to see because it's on that darkness, but I'm going to put it on this, like half of this bottom section so that it sticks down. And part of that is because I don't want it, when the recipient has it, I don't want the tail to get all bent up and floopy looking. But then I'm going to put a little dot right there on that join because I want it to stick to the turtle's hand. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky. You're going to slide it underneath his hand. Press down these little guys and press his hand. Hold his hand for a minute. Oh, it's not working. Why is it not working? It worked on my other card, you guys, I promise. Let me hold that up a little bit. Press it so it sticks to him. And then this is popped up. So now there you go. He looks like he's flying an actual kite, right? Do you guys like it? Give me some hearts if you guys think this is a fun Thinner Thursday card. Here's the first one that I did. So you can see it's similar. I cut the grass a little bit differently. And but it's basically the same card. And there you have it. So did you guys like that? I'm not seeing any reactions. So I'm hoping you guys do. Anyway, I am going to do another drawing. That always gets a reaction because today is the last day. See, there you go. Today is the last day of party week, which is a little sad. But you know, a new catalog comes out in the spring. So it's not like I'm not going to do it again. So let me get to that. So what I'm going to do is I am going to bring up the spinner. Don't forget, if you want to shop, you go to MemoryINKers.com. That is my Stampin' Up! Website. If you need to talk to me about something, you'll email me at MemoryINKers@gmail.com, comment here, or send me a private message. If you are going to shop in early January of 2023, the hostess code is CB2SCAN7. So CB2SCAN7. All right. I don't want to forget to put that in there. And I am probably going to change the hostess code pretty soon. So watch for that. Probably on Saturday you'll see a different hostess code. All right. So here we go. Let's spin. Stampin' Dimensionals. This thing is really, well, I think I'm going to have to mix them up next time. So let's see who's going to win some Stampin' Dimensionals. We're going to pull a ticket from the Everybody Who Ordered Last Year pack. And it is number 27. So if you know that you're number 27, let me know because you got your ticket. But let me look and see who is number 27. Gotta find you. 27. There's 26. So this should be... Okay, this is so weird. I don't know how I mess these things up. Because they're in alphabetical order. Oh, I gotta pull another one. We will ignore that one. I have to pull another number. Hi, Lori. All right. Pulling another number from the people who ordered. Number 22. I know I have a number 22. Kelly Comfort. Kelly, congratulations. Kelly's in New York, so I hope you're watching, Kelly. And you have won some Stampin' Dimensionals. Don't forget to let me know that you've watched this video and you've seen your name. All right, so now we're going to spin again. And I'm going to go like that and spin it a couple times just to get it moving. Tear tape. So we're going to give tear tape to somebody who has shared my videos this week. Remember, everybody, when you share my videos, you are also going to be, so you can go ahead and share this one. You will also be in the shared winners for the month of January also. So it is Joan Jacob. Congratulations, John Jacob. You've won dimensionals. I need to write that down or I will forget. Hang on, you guys. I have to do it right so I treat you guys good. Okay. Tear and tape. She got tear and tape. So, tear and tape. Joan, make sure that you let me know that you saw this. I know you won once before. I think you won in the other drawing. So, all right, here we go. One more from everybody who has been commenting. You guys are so awesome. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. We're going to spin it good. Pack of cards. So, almost nobody got bling. It's like my blings didn't even come up, and I've got 3 of them on here. Crazy, right? I think I've had, let's see, 2 bling winners. Nutty McNuttertown, as I like to say. Karen Kingsbury. Karen Kingsbury, you're going to get a pack of cards so long as you let me know by tomorrow. We're going to give you till Friday because today's the last day. So, Joan, Kelly, and Karen, make sure you let me know by tomorrow so I can get your stuff in the mail. Also, I forgot to show you guys, so I don't want to forget. I made an envelope for this one. You know, these really cool envelopes that we have. And look, I stamped our little our little turtle, and I colored him in just like I did. And the color changed a little bit because it's on gray. But then I used a white gel pen, which I pulled out. Here it is. We don't sell it. Just a plain white gel pen. And I used it to color the daisies in, just so that it would be white and pretty. So, okay, you guys, I hope you are having a wonderful week. If you are following me on Weight Watchers, whether you've joined under me or you're just working on a new healthy lifestyle, let me know. I would love to connect with you on that because I think when we band together as we try to improve ourselves, it gives us greater chances. Just like that's why I go to the meetings. I do go to the in-person meetings because I need the connection. I do have a couple of friends who joined with me, and we all go together. And today we went out to lunch and we were all like, okay, how many points for this? And it was kind of fun because we could help each other decide, you know what? You don't need to have that. I wanted, but I didn't need it. And I did that for other people. So I would love to have you talk to me about that. Again, 3.6 pounds down. Woohoo! I'm so excited. So I will keep sharing that, and I'll tell you if I go up. I'll let you know, because that's bound to happen on occasion. So, all right, you guys, thank you for watching. I will be back later today, because I'm going to make an attempt at showing you the card that Michael did, and trying to recreate it for you. I do not have, he's an artist, like really, seriously. It's not like he goes out and paints pictures, but he's capable, and he has a history of, part of his job was always like drawing, at his job before he retired, his previous jobs, not his last job. Anyway, so I will do that for you guys later today. I'm also going to be sharing the winners of the this and that's, so you guys will see. I was surprised by a few of them, actually. The ones that I thought were not the ones that were going to win did, and I was surprised. And some of them by like a lot. So, okay, you guys, I will see you guys on later today and then again on Saturday. So have a blessed rest of your afternoon. Bye.